Well, we will also do that. But I would like to mention two matters for listing, my lord. My lord, on Friday, my lord. One Friday and one on Monday, my lord.
Yeah, new matters.
No, my lord, these are all pending matters, my lord. But some urgency, they are.
What is the urgency?
For urgency, there is one matter, my lord, it's a pension is held up, my lord.
Pension?
My lord.
I'm not dealing in pension. This is not a pension bench.
And in the other matter, my lord, some license has been, my lord, cancelled, my lord, as against that the shops were closed. My lord,
Huh?
that bench, four.
That bench,
Yes,
huh?
four, my lord, four. No, license.
License we can do it. Monday.
Monday. May I please, your lordship? May I see the lordship? I'd like to mention the withdrawal. This item we have alternative from we have available. May I please, your lordship? I'd like to make a mention for item number 1 of the daily list. Your lordship, this matter has been stayed by the Supreme Court.
We, after completing nearly 70% of the work. All that, give me that
Next date has
item
been
one.
refixed on 5th of April. Lordship, we fix it after that. Next date of hearing before the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court is 5th.
5th of April.
So then we listen after that.
Yes, your lordship.
So 5th is on a Friday. So we listen on what? 8th,
8th or 9th?
9th. Right. Yes, sir. Uh, the counsel for the parties pray that the matter may be listed on 9th of 9th April 24 in view of the proceedings of the present case being stayed by the Supreme Court in SLP Civil number 9653/2024 dated
21st of
huh?
no.
Dated 7/3/24. Accordingly, this is the matter on 8th April, 9th April.
May be the lordship. In item number 16 of supplementary referral,
Yes.
the petitioner has filed an additional affidavit. That may be called for. And with due consent from my senior, madam, file, madam.
Lordship, I yet to, I received the copy.
But
I take up that day after tomorrow.
Friday, madam.
Therefore,
Your lordship is calling them, madam.
At Trichy University, madam.
Wednesday, Friday. Okay, right. On the prayer, the party leaves the matter of Friday.
The additional affidavit may check to them, madam. I'll call it, madam.
Additional affidavit submitted by the petitioner may be placed on the record.
Very pleased, your lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of a writ petition case that pertains to market settlement, your lordship. Lordship, only 2 months is left off from this tender contract is getting over. The lordship can kindly fix it on this Thursday or Friday, lordship.
There must be a reason for it not being taken up.
Lordship, it was supposed to be fixed after 2 weeks. As reflected on the last order dated 27 to 2024, but it's almost
When?
14 days, 15 days, your lordship. It's not been listed.
Next week, give a date.
My lord, in respect to item number 8, my lord, we have filed an affidavit in reply yesterday, my lord, to the affidavit in opposition filed by the government. So it may kindly be called for.
Item?
Item number 8. We have put a petition, we have filed our affidavit in reply. Kindly call for.
It's similar prayer, my lord. I am protesting height, my lord. We have filed an affidavit in opposition, my lord. That may be first.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention a read petition pertaining to tender process for listing tomorrow.
It's a new case.
Yes, lordship.
What is the matter about?
But it's a matter pertaining to tender process.
Tender has been given, settled with somebody
Yes, already impel letter of acceptance has been issued by the authority.
to the concerned person. So what is the urgency now?
The petitioner, was also a bidder in this tender process.
Day after
And
tomorrow. Day after tomorrow.
obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 14 be urgent today as due to
Yes, item
personal-
14, yes.
Yes, due to personal difficulty, the urgent counsel couldn't come today.
Who?
Respondent number 2, S. Das.
Acha. Yes, that's.
Yes.
So who's for the petitioner? Have you spoken to the petitioner's
We
counsel?
tried to contact him, but we couldn't.
Did you wait? We'll see. We'll adjourn when the matter comes.
May it please your lordship. My lord, I wish to mention one writ petition pertaining to settlement, my lord. During the pendency of the writ petition, my lord, the settlement is given to other person. And my lord, the service is also completed, my lord. Some urgency is there. My lord,
What
may I pray
urgency?
for day after tomorrow, my
The
lord.
fishery is for 7 years. There's no urgency.
Not fishery, my lord, it's another tender, my lord,
For what?
my lord, for settlement.
Pending matter or a new matter?
My lord, notice was issued and service is also completed, my lord. No stay order was granted, my lord.
Then
Any date, lordship may fix, my lord.
you give
Next
some date.
Monday, my lord,
Not Monday.
27 March.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Obliged, lordship.
My Lord, I beg to mention item number 11, my.
Just see the dates, huh? Sometime.
I beg to mention
Huh?
item number 11, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, I am on instruction, my lord. The matter has become infectious.
Item 11.
11, I am for the petitioner side.
Ah. Radius, the rickshaw applying. Right, Mr.
A Manna,
A. Manaf, learned counsel for the
petitioner.
petitioners submits that the matter has become infectious.
I am appeal for transport department.
Miss MD Bora appears for the transport department.
I am on being instructed, my.
Okay. Actually, you're the counsel.
On last occasion, I had submitted before.
You are the one who should give advice
That's why, my lord, I have taken instruction.
on the for in view of the above submission made by the counsel for the petitioner. Counsel, the writ petition is dismissed as infraction.
Obliged.
Deeply obliged, Your Lord.
May I please, Lordship? Your Lordship, with respect to item number 15, just now we got the confirmation from the opposite party. He is all right with the agenda.
Mr. What is your name?
R. Chaudhary.
Mr.
R. Chaudhary.
R. Chaudhary appearing for Miss S. Das. Learned counsel for the respondent number 2 submits that he has taken the consent of the other side and prays for adjournment. Accordingly, release this matter after 3 weeks.
Much.
Mr.
AHMR.
A.H.M.R. Chaudhary, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that he may be allowed to withdraw the writ petition. Where the petition's counsel is allowed, writ petition dismissed as withdrawn. Apply.
May I please, lordship? Lordship, in this case, by previous order, additional report directed them to produce the record. Lordship, I have some records of their settlement, not the tender records also. I need some time to produce a record, lordship. Incomplete. Regarding tender matters, it did not come, lordship.
Huh?
Some time, lordship. Maybe
Lordship,
4 or 5 days, lordship, it will be good.
the period of settlement is almost running out, my lord. Only 1 year is left, my lord. So I have no objection, but without settlement record, my lord, it will be.
But why did you all forget about this case for so long?
Lordship, there is a.
You were not interested. From 2018,
No.
you filed it and then you.
No,
you
because
should have asked
of
for this thing.
there is a requirement of filing affidavit. Let us not file, my lord.
I got the copy only.
But you could have asked for listing of the case.
Because of COVID as well as there is some left on my part also, but since 1 year is left, if
When are you going to file? When are you going to bring the record?
Any day, after 7 days, lordship,
Huh?
within 7 days, 7 to 10 days, lordship. Any day.
Today is what date?
12.
19th,
19 spot lottery.
huh?
19 will be
19th,
22 lottery. 22.
no. 22 is a Friday.
The 20,
Don't be too smart.
20, huh?
Don't be too smart.
Lottery, then it's 21. Make it 21. Oh,
Miss
lottery, no, 21 iron metal, port number 1 long metal. Lottery, 19, okay.
19. Mr. P. Sharma, appearing for the AFDC, submits that he shall produce the records on 19.
Lottery
Huh?
pertaining to
Huh?
tender,
Huh?
pertaining to tender.
Naturally, not pertaining to someone else's tender.
He's a.
I am having
brought
the settlement.
account.
I have called them. They have wrongly given the staff as given a settlement file of their person in this person. Well, may I clear one? I may be given last chance to if necessary file affidavit lottery if during the period lottery
There's
as a
overdraft.
mercy prayer lottery.
Why? You file it within 2 days.
Lottery. If yes.
File within 2 days. Pertaining to the tender, huh? Good stuff. He is also granted 2 days time to file affidavit in opposition.
My lord,
List the matter on 19th.
this
Yes.
was 7th appearance to be
Mr.
case and
Yes, I will appear for file number 6.
Highly offended.
The tender matter, madam, very short point involved. This pertains to supply of stationery items, madam, to Tezpur Medical College. The NIT, your lordship will find at page 25.
Yes,
The lordship may just make a note of one thing at page 26.
yes,
The last date of submission and opening is 6/16/8. And the requirements your lordship will find at page 28. Cost 7. The issue revolves around serial number 7 at page 28.
yes,
Financial statement of last 3 years from CA is to be enclosed.
yes,
They simply say, and clause 3 also, IT clearance certificate, IT return of last assessment year and PAN card, etc. Now, my lord, when they say last 3 years, obviously, just to give an example, for filing of income tax returns, normally the last date is 30th of June. If the tender is in April and if it is mentioned last 3 years, obviously,
if it is a financial year, not a financial year.
that is what, madam.
Huh?
Because the last date of submission of the returns is normally 30th of June. If the tender is floated in April, obviously I will have time up to 30th of June. So I will include the previous 3 years. And that is exactly what I did. If your lordship kindly turns to my tender documents. Your lordship kindly turns to my tender documents. Bid starts at page 36. And I am taking your lordship straight away to the, from 36 onwards, my tender starts. If your lordship will kindly come to first page 54.
Yes,
At the right hand, top right hand corner, your lordship will see the assessment year 2021.
yes,
Now, if your lordship comes back by page to page 53, your lordship will find 21-22.
yes,
And if your lordship comes back to page 50, this is 22-23. So the last 3 financial years, assessment years, I have submitted. And if your lordship will kindly come to page 51, your lordship will find my receipts have exceeded page 51. This is the profit and loss account. My receipts on the right hand side, your lordship will find by contract receipts. And your lordship will kindly see the figure. It has crossed 1 crore. And your lordship is aware Once we cross 1 crore, we are subject to audit. And
I
when
don't
it-
know.
I'll place
I'm not
the
aware.
statutory provisions. As per the Income Tax Act, the moment an SSC crosses 1 crore, he is subject to audit. And for filing of audited returns, the last date, statutorily prescribed last date is 30th of September. Now, what they are insisting is, you did not submit your returns for the year 23-24. And on that ground, when the tenders were opened, my representative was there. They pointed out that you have not submitted for 23-24. We immediately pointed out that as per the statute, the last date of submission is 30th of September. How could I have produced this? And in any case, we immediately, the moment we came to know, we sent an email placing on record the relevant statutory provisions. If your lordship will kindly allow me to place that representation. Page 103, madam. Your lordship kindly comes to page 103. Your lordship will first note the date, madam. It is on the same date, last date of submission, 16th of August. This is
Yes.
the bottom left-hand side. Your lordship will find they have acknowledged the receipt also on 16th of August, 4:20 p.m. Now, your lordship will kindly,
What time was the last date? Was it not?
there was no time mentioned.
time,
as-
huh?
The moment in the tender, there is no time mentioned. Page 26 is the. I just placed
No, it'll be opened at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Yes,
Page 25.
yes, 2
So-
p.m. Yes.
2
So-
p.m. So that means you have got to submit it prior to 2 p.m.
No,
Or at 2 p.m.
no, I have already submitted the tender. Once they opened it and they disclosed the reason that this is, you have not submitted for 23-24. So that is when I come to know for the first time that they are insisting on 23-24.
So that's
So-
why you submitted this.
That's why I submitted the representative. And your lordship will kindly peruse the contents, my lord. I've given all the details. With reference to the subject cited above, I would like to inform you that my firm has participated in the tender referred above. And the said tender was opened today at your office in presence of all the bidders along with my representative. But the concerned official has raised objection on non-submission of IT return of my firm for the financial year 23-24, along with the tender at the time of opening today. As my firm requires audit, the last date of submission of the same is 30th September 23. So the question of filing IT return for the financial year 23-24 does not arise. Therefore, I request you to consider my bid. As per section 44 AB, read with section 139 of the Income Tax Act 1961, the due date of person whose accounts are audited is 39-2024 for the financial year 23-24. Also refer to the tax calendar September 23 of the Income Tax Department, etc. And if your lordship kindly peruses the statutory provisions, if your lordship will kindly take up the Income Tax Act.
No, just tell me for the financial year 23-24. The financial year will start when?
Financial year will start from
Say for 23-24, financial year will start when?
from first of April 23 to 30. No, this is the assessment year. It will be 22 to 23.
Please come to this page. 103,
My lord,
the first paragraph, the last sentence.
Yes.
Says that the question of filing IT return for the financial year 2023-24 does not arise.
this should be assessment year. Cannot be financial year, it will be assessment. Because your lordship is aware, once only, let us assume this particular,
So this is, this, you have written, this should be assessment here.
instead of financial, it should be assessment.
And assessment year starts from?
The last date it will be assessed after I submit my returns. So 30th of September 2023
No, but when is the last time, when is the, when is the last date for filing your returns?
30th of September 23.
You said earlier, you said 30th June.
No, that was in the context, I was just giving an example.
Please, you've got to be careful. Look, we are absorbing everything you are saying. If you give examples changing dates and months, then I'm going to get confused.
I'll place the statutory provision that will make it clear.
Yes, please don't change dates or whatever you are saying. We're taking as the gospel truth.
Well-
Now, if you change the dates and months, then I'm going to be in a
In
problem.
that case, my lord, the gospel truth is 30th of September.
30th of September.
30th of September 2023 for this instant case.
No, so for the year 23-24, what will be the starting date?
But the period will be, relevant period will be 22-23. So it will start on 1st of April 2022 and end on 31st of March 2023. And the assessment will be in the following year, that is 23-24. Just to give an example, my lord, again, hypothetically. For example, if if my accounts are to be audited for this year, I will get time up to 30th of September to submit my returns. And that will fall in the assessment year 24-25. But the year of assessment, the financial returns will pertain to 23-24. So the difference between financial year is it goes back by 1 year, obviously, because I will file my returns only in the subsequent financial year regarding the previous year. So this provision will make it clear, madam. If your lordship will kindly take up the Income Tax Act for a moment.
Wait, just a minute, just before that. Just let me see, what do they want?
They have not specified. That is where they have made the mistake.
Financial statement.
They simply say
So they just want financial statement
Madam.
from CA. It is not, they don't even want financial returns or what.
from CA will obviously entail. This is qualified in clause 3. If your lordship sees clause 3. IT clearance certificate, IT return of last assessment year and PAN card, etc. So they are obviously meaning the returns because there cannot be any other statement by a CA. When I am just assuming if I'm applying for a passport or I am applying for a visa, they ask for the income tax returns because that is the only way that is the only statement rather for any person. There cannot be any other statement as such.
Yes. There are three income tax. Right?
If your lordship, if we are holding the same book, your lordship will first come to page 370. There your lordship will find the requirement of the accounts being audited. It's section 40
44 AB.
AB, right? Audit of accounts of certain persons carrying on business or profession.
Yes.
Every person, we are concerned with small level, carrying on business shall, if his total sales, turnover or gross receipts, as the case may be in business, exceed or exceeds 1 crore rupees in any previous year. So he will be subject to audit. Now, if your lordship will kindly come to section 139, page 748. It's a very long section, my lord. Your lordship
Yes.
will kindly come to, it continues up to 754 in fact, but we are concerned with page 751. Towards the bottom, explanation 2. Towards the bottom, your lordship will find the
Yeah.
explanation 2. in this subsection, due date means where the SSE, other than an SSE referred to in clause AA, a company, we are not concerned with that. A person, because this is a proprietorship, we are concerned with subclause 2. A person other than a company whose accounts are required to be audited under this act or under any other law for the time being in force. And just after 3 years, Lordship will find the date, the 30th day of September of the assessment year.
30th day of 31st day of October.
It must have been further amended subsequently. At that relevant point of time, it was 30th of. Your Lordship is perhaps holding my
2021, 22.
mine is 1920. That is why it is 30th September. It must have been further amended and made October. Now, my lord, this being the position,
Yes.
this being the position, my lord, my first submission is that they could not, the tender condition could not have been read to. Assuming, my lord, they had mentioned the assessment year in the clause, had they, page 26, had they made it specific that you have to submit for the assessment year 23-24 also, it would have been subject to challenge being violative of the statute. They having not mentioned it, obviously they cannot insist on it, contrary to a, my lord, statutory provision. That is my first submission.
When you cannot have it, when you cannot have the document.
Exactly.
anyway.
Exactly. And the second thing is, if your lordship will kindly see their affidavit, they come up with a very interesting stand. The entire stand of the department, this is an affidavit filed on 6th of February 24. Running page 115 it starts. We are concerned with 117.
Yes.
Paragraph 3 at page 117. This is their only stand.
Yes.
That pursuant to the Honorable Court's order dated 27/9/23 passed in the instant writ petition, the deponent begs to state the following before this Honorable Court for just and proper adjudication. A. Niharika Enterprise petitioner herein have not submitted the required documents, i.e. IT return of assessment year 23-24 in their tender documents during the bid process, and hence the bid was not taken into account. So this ground is expressly not tenable at all. This is expressly perverse. Now, second ground they take is this, madam, that the firm intimated after closing of bid process through email the status of the firm as an audited firm. But I am not required to, it is a statutory requirement. The moment you see that in the previous year I have crossed 1 crore, it's a requirement of law. Ignorance of law cannot be an excuse. That too at the hands of the government. They cannot feign ignorance about this, the law of the land. And what they are saying is, the firm intimated after closing of the bid process through email the status of the firm as audited firm. But how could we have known unless they intimate us? And thankfully my representative was there. Had my representative not been there, I would not have been even aware that on this ground they have rejected my technical. The moment my representative got to know, we immediately sent an email and also physically and that was received on 16th of August at 4:20 p.m. by their own officer. And the only ground they are taking is after the closing time we have intimated. How could we have known that you would take this as a ground? Your Lordship is aware, but in Doctor Associates, Supreme Court has said that you cannot adopt a hidden criteria. You have to make everything clear, crystal clear in the NIT itself, and you cannot adopt a criteria which is not disclosed in the NIT. So therefore, my lord, in my respectful submission, this is otherwise a clear case, my lord, where Article 14 has been violated. I have been clearly discriminated against. And I am pressing into service, my lord, Dr. Associates, 1997 1 SCC 53, paragraphs 4 and 7. There are many subsequent judgments based on Dr. Associates, but this was the first time where the Supreme Court made it clear that you cannot adopt a criteria which is not clearly disclosed in the NIT. Here they have admittedly not disclosed that they will be requiring assessment year 23-24. That is clearly absent. The reason why the Supreme Court held like this was that if this is permitted, they will create new criteria just for the purpose of rejection. And if your lordship will kindly have Dr. Associates for
One thing, so assessment year 23-24
Madam.
will be from which period to which period?
22-23.
22-23. But because of your turnover being above 1 crore,
I am allowed to submit my returns till 30th of September.
the next year.
In
That year, 24 year.
So therefore, if that be so, a document which I don't have, a document which statute permits me to submit till 30th of September, how could I have submitted it prior to that thing? And now, my lord, in the additional affidavit, we have said that prior to that,
So you had submitted your assessment year for which year? 22.
22.
22.
22-22.
22-23.
That is what I pointed out from pages 50, 53 and 54.
yeah.
That is the only point. And what is the, if your lordship again goes deeper into the matter, what is the purpose for which these financial documents are asked for? To see whether the person is financially strong or not, to participate, do the contract. Now, here is a tenderer who has admittedly exceeded 1 crore of receipts. It is for this reason that audit is required.
You are a small scale,
No, I am a proprietor.
no, a proprietorship.
So if your lordship kindly see is page 50, 51. This is my profit and loss account for the year ended 31/3/22. By contract receipts, 1 crore 73 lakhs, etc. Towards the right hand top corner.
Yes.
My receipts have admittedly exceeded, and this is part of the tender document.
But this is for 7/10/22.
My lord. No, this return is dated 7/10.
Yeah.
This is a previous years.
Ah.
So this is certified by the chartered accountant on the basis of the returns filed on this date. But the assessment year is
And what is your profit and loss account for the year 2020
for the next year. But
for the next year? Because
next year,
that
my
is,
lord, we have filed an additional affidavit. The profit, this is an affidavit filed on 8/11/23. Starts at running page 109. And we have enclosed our tax return acknowledgement receipt.
no,
that
so what was your turnover or profit and loss statement?
That statement
good.
we have not annexed as such, but this indicates the other facts and figures. This is the net income is shown
You see, assessment year,
23-24.
assessments year, if supposing you are less than 1 crore
Well.
turnover. So it will start from which month to which month, and then which month?
For
Say when you say 23-24, when does it start? When does the assessment month start?
the
Will it be like a financial year itself or what?
yes, sir. So for the assessment year 23-24, the period of assessment will be 22-23. So 1st of April 22 to 31st of March 23 will be the period for which it will be assessed.
Ah.
But the assessment obviously cannot be done prior to my filing of the returns. I will not know how much is my income. And
And
the
your returns have to be, can be filed up till September.
30th of September. In the event, in the previous year, my net receipts has crossed 1 crore.
So it has cost 1 crore earlier.
That is indicated in the 22-23.
And supposing in the subsequent year, say for 23-24, your profit and loss did not cross 1 crore, then what would happen?
Then I would again come back to the,
Then would it have to be again audited? Not required.
no, it would not be. But what the act says is, if the previous year, irrespective of what my status is in the current year, if in the previous year I have crossed 1 crore, I will be subject to audit in the next year.
So even if you are less than 1 crore.
For that particular year, so in that year, if I come down again, for the next year, it won't be required. Basically, it is a way of keeping checks and balances so that income tax is not evaded.
Yes.
Page 25, there is the NIT, is dated 1/8/23, and in the last where I say that last date of submission of bid is 16th of August 23 by 2 p.m. So on this particular date and time, one will have to have all the requisite qualification criteria or documents in order to be eligible to participate in this particular bid process. Now, Lordship may kindly turn to the next page, page 27. And 28, we will have to be read jointly. Page 27 says checklist, means the documents which are submitted will have to be verified. Now, serial number 3 says income tax return certificate last 3 years. Very specific matter. And the financial year.
Income tax clearance certificate.
Yes.
So it doesn't
Return
have this.
certificate, return, madam.
Huh?
Return will have to be returned.
No, IT clearance certificate or IT return
Yes.
of last assessment year.
No, page 27, madam.
27. Yes,
Income tax return certificate last 3 years.
income tax return certificate last
Last
year.
3 years. So, my lord, last 3 years, my lord, it will be, my lord, prior to 31st of March 2023. The assessment year will be 23-24.
Yeah. Okay.
My lord, after say, my lord, this year, my lord, the financial year is on, my lord.
Ah.
After 31st March, it can be assessed. So, assessment year, my lord, for this particular financial year will be 24-25.
Yes.
So here, my lord, on the day, my lord, when this particular documents of bid documents are to be submitted, you'll have to give the returns till, my lord, 31st March 2023. That's the specific, my lord. In fact, my lord, from the page 28, by reading jointly, my lord, clause 3 in page 27, and my lord, clause 7 in, my lord, page 28. It says financial statement of the last 3 years from CA is to be enclosed. Now, my lord, the stand has been taken by the petitioner that the last date of submission of, my lord, return.
No, income tax return certificate. So this was submitted or not?
My lord, submitted, but 1 year, my lord, has not been submitted.
23-24 has not been
Yes,
submitted.
no, not been submitted. For the financial year 22-23. We wanted, my lord, the return of that particular last 3 years. Return
his
means, my lord,
return.
the financial years. It's not that, my lord, the assessment years.
Huh? Not the
Return
assessment year.
means, my lord, the financial year, not the assessment year. Assessment year will be in the next year. Now,
in
my
that
lord,
case,
was
my
it-
lord, the case
No,
is
but-
clear. I have submitted.
may-
In that case, so there is no problem at all. I have submitted the 3 years financially.
Now, Lordship may kindly see the last date of submission according.
No,
to-
one thing, one by one, let us go.
Yes,
You have said, first of all,
yes.
you have said at page
IT
27.
return assessment year 23-24 is
No.
to be submitted,
Just a minute. It says here income tax return certificate for last 3 years.
my lord,
Okay,
my lord.
now you have said that this has not been submitted.
Not been submitted in affidavit, we have clarified.
Yeah, what has been submitted? Which years have been submitted?
The assessment year till 23 has been.
No, income tax and assessment year are different or same?
Financial year.
No, it's different, my lord. Financial
So-
year. my
so
lord,
you are So when you asking for income tax return certificate, does it mean that you are asking for the financial year?
Yes, my lord,
uh,
return is
return.
submitted as per the assessment, but return will have to be particular
As per the
financial.
assess. I thought assessment year was subsequent year,
Yes,
then,
that we have taken in.
no. So, okay, tell me, income tax return certificate for which year has been given,
Income tax return certificate, my lord.
for which year has been
That is the
submitted?
That lordship will find, my lord, page 55, it's very clear from their own certificate, page 55. This is part of the bid document, I suppose.
Page 55.
55. This was the document that was submitted, my lord, along with our supporting documents. So lordship will see the assessment here very clear, my lord. It's till 20 to 23.
Again, I'm getting confused. The assessment year and returns will be separate.
Obviously, but
Ah.
assessment cannot be for the year, current
Correct.
year, obviously.
Ah.
It has to be in the following year.
And what are you saying? You're mixing up both the words. You're confusing me more than,
But this is his.
because
document.
income tax,
Yes.
frankly,
So, Lord, then
you know,
lordship
I'm
will
not
kindly-
very good at it.
Lordship
So,
will kindly turn to page 117 of our affidavit.
no. So, no, let's be clear about this.
Yes.
Let's not jump.
My lord,
Now,
As
you,
per
you
ours,
want, you want income tax return certificate.
lordship.
Now, this income tax return certificate does not encompass an assessment year. Because an assessment is done the subsequent year only,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So, the income tax return certificate would have to be from April to March.
Yes, my lord, why I'm saying is, my lord, it was, my lord, this NIT was issued in August. So
Ah.
whatever income, yes, my lord, return will have to be submitted till 31st of March 2023. It will have to be submitted.
How?
Because it was in August. By that time, my lord, return will have to be submitted. Now, my lord, what the petitioner is taking the plea that, my lord, as per the statute, he has the time to submit it till September 2023.
Yes.
That is the last date, my lord.
That is
Lordship
what-
clearly
that-
pointed, that is the last date. Doesn't mean that you will have to submit on the last date.
Ah.
He is a bidder. He is aware, my lord, that I am going to participate. I must have all my documents. Nobody has stopped it to make the return before submission of this particular bid, my lord. Last date cannot be a criteria. That is regarding income tax. Now, my lord, in this tender, my lord, when it was floated, he is aware that I will have to submit the return. He cannot take the plea that since my last date is so and so, here I will not submit. And if at all he is agreed, he would have challenged this particular criteria. He has not challenged it. He want to now justify referring to ITI. Last date cannot be a criteria, my lord. That is the last date. Beyond that, there will be, my lord, penalty will be increased. So before that, he can submit. There is no bar date, my lord, before so and so, that last date he cannot submit the return. Be it audited. So when he knew that he will have to participate, he must have all those documents. He could have submitted.
Let me ask you one thing. Income tax return certificate, you have not mentioned the particular year which you want.
My lord, that we have clarified, my lord, in our
You
affidavit.
have said the last 3 years.
My lord.
Last 3 years, when the law,
When it says last
no,
3 years.
just one thing. When the law permits them to submit it on a particular date as the last date, how can you say that, yes,
I understand it is permissible, but
Then-
it doesn't mean that, my lord, he will wait till the, my lord, particular last date in order to participate in a bid process, my lord. It's up to him,
No.
my lord. Otherwise, my lord, without participating.
you have kept quiet about which year you want.
My lord, when we say last 3 years, it will be, of course, my lord.
Last
we have
3 years,
taken return,
because for him,
my lord.
the last 3 years will be the ones to which he has submitted. When he has got time, supposing, let's say, supposing this, supposing your tender was issued, say in April,
Yes.
then same thing. Though he'll have time till September,
But-
you still want it
On, my lord, immediately. after
31st March, you still want
31st
it.
of March, my lord, say in 2nd of April, it was.
So according to you, even if they've got time till September, they have to submit it by 31st
My lord,
March.
that will depend upon the criteria, my lord. I can't apprehend today, my lord.
Okay,
If
that
there
is,
had been such a
that
tender,
is
they
one
would have
point.
decided, my lord, what would have been the criteria.
That is
But
one point.
There is a specific criteria, my lord, fixed.
Okay, then second point.
Well, that is the point, my lord.
Okay.
Only criteria is, my lord, for this reason we have rejected it.
So the assessment they are issued, or you're not having any quarrel with what you said. Assessment here
No,
will
it
be,
is very clear. Lordship may kindly see page 120.
Page 120.
Yes, running page 120. We have already intimated to the petitioner why it has been rejected. So our part is very clear. The technical committee for the purpose number so and so, the committee has rejected the bid on the ground that there is lack of complete documents as per the tender order. Your firm has not submitted the IT return of the assessment year 23 and 24, which was required as per list of tender documents. Hence, the technical committee decided to reject so and so. If you can show that he has this particular document, then of course, my lord, we are wrong. But that cannot be a criteria, my lord, because the last date is 9th of, he is not saying that, my lord, he is not required to. He is saying that I have got a time. That's why I have not submitted. Lordship will kindly, my lord, that is the contention, because it is 30th of September. I have not, my lord, submitted, because it will have to be audited and all. So for this particular assessment year, I have not submitted, because I have, as per the statute, I have got the time. He has also admitted that he could not submit it, because the last date was 30th of September. He has got time, so he thought that till 23, whatever he submits, that will assessment report till minus 23, whatever he has submitted, that will minus suffice. That cannot be minus. And he, moreover, my lord, this is the issue, my lord. He would have challenged the, my lord, particular tender clause. Because all along, my lord, we have followed this, my lord, particular criteria. And, my lord, we have accordingly assessed the, my lord, technical bids. My lord, in this regard, my lord, the Ramana Dayaram Setty's case clearly says that, my lord, if something is to be relaxed, it will have to be relaxed for all. Not only, my lord, for the persons who have participated, but also for the intending bidders. There may be firms, my lord, who could not submit it, my lord, within time. So they have not participated. He has not challenged it, my lord. He should have challenged it, stating that my assessment year till so and so could not be, because, my lord, it is the income tax department themselves have, my lord, given me time till September. That challenge is not there, my lord. One more, my lord, judgment I would like to.
Yes,
That
yes.
is the whole case, my lord. Yeah, NG project, my lord, para 20. And 23. Because it is our interpretation, my lord. We are the authors. There are 22, my lord, page 144.
Para 22.
Para 22. The satisfaction whether a bidder satisfies the tender condition is primarily upon the authority inviting the bids. Such authority is aware of the expectations from the tenderers while evaluating the consequence of non-performance. In the tender in question, there are 15 bidders, bids of so and so was found to be unresponsive and not satisfying the tender conditions. The writ petitioner was one of them. It is not the case of the writ petitioner that the action of the technical evaluation committee was actuated by extraneous consideration was malafide. Therefore, on the same set of facts, different conclusion cannot be arrived at in bona fide manner by the technical evaluation committee, since the view of the technical evaluation committee was not to the liking of the writ petitioner. Such decision does not warrant for interference in a grant of contract to a successful bidder. In view of the above judgment of this court, the writ court should refrain itself from imposing its decision over the decision of the employer as to whether or not to accept the bid of a tenderer. The court does not have the expertise to examine the terms and conditions of the present day economic activities of the state, and this limitation should be kept in view. The court should be even more reluctant in interfering with the contracts involving technical issues, as there is a requirement of the necessary expertise to adjudicate upon such issues. The approach of the court should be not to find fault with magnifying glass in his hand. Rather, the court should examine as to whether the decision-making process is after complying with the procedure contemplated by the tender conditions. If the court finds that there is a total arbitrariness or that the tender has been granted in a malafide manner, still the court should refrain from interfering with the grant of tender, but instead relegate the parties to seek damages for the wrongful exclusion rather than to injunct the execution of the contract. Well, otherwise, my lord, this is the view of the Honorable Apex Court.
This section 139 of the Income Tax Act.
Well,
the explanation two out here speaks of the return, the due date for return of income. And that a person whose accounts are required to be audited under this act or under any law for the time being instance. The due date means the 31st of October of the assessment day.
It is not the last date, it is the due date.
That's what, this is the last, this is not the last date, this is the due date, that's.
Right.
So you were saying, why is he not submitting it earlier?
No, that's
Last
why
week.
I'm saying, well, he ought to have, my lord, challenged. it
No,
or, my
but
lord,
no,
requested,
this
he would
is
have
the
not-
law. Where's the question of challenging the law?
Not the law, my lord,
Yeah.
but at least the tender condition, my lord.
No, but then your tender conditions,
Yes.
if it is in violation of, if there's a clash between the tender conditions and the statutory law, then what happens?
That part, I leave it to your lordship.
No,
my lord.
I'm just
These are
asking you.
said, my lord.
I'm asking you because I've got to learn from you all, no? So you all have to guide me so that I don't pass the wrong order. If there's a clash between the tender conditions
That case, they will have
and
to,
the,
some authority will have to be placed by the petitioner, my lord, so that, my lord, what will be the.
This is obvious, this is the law made by the parliament, obviously this will prevail.
I don't know.
No, no authority is required for that.
So far as tender part is, that's why I said, my lord, you ought to have challenged it, my lord. This particular condition that is violative of the, my lord, particular statute. That's what I am saying, my lord. Without there being a challenge, now, my lord, if he points out all these laws of the statute.
no, but the problem arises is, you see, when you ask for the income tax returns, you didn't ask for particular years.
No, last 3 years means automatically it will come, my lord.
No, but when the due date is, after the due date would arise, only after the tender was opened,
Well-
then the last date would automatically come to the other aspects, to his.
My lord,
His
this is the sworn affidavit filed by the petitioner. Just I will read one line, my lord.
okay.
The additional affidavit. It says, my lord, in page 122.
Huh.
The petitioner begs to state that in para 5, last fifth line, the petitioner begs to state that the bid was evaluated on 16/8/23, wherein the representative of the petitioner was present, and such representative had informed the authorities about the fact that the petitioner being an audited firm, it had time till 39/23 to file its income tax return as per the section 139, every section 444 AB of the Income Tax Act 1961. Time till 39/23, that is what the petitioner says, my lord.
Yes.
So, my lord, that part.
Is
probably
he
it has been-
stopped?
Probably it has been amended, my lord.
Can he be stopped?
My lord.
Can you say that just
No, nobody is stopping him, my lord. He
No,
can submit it.
no,
For the
but when the
perspective of
law,
my lord, Income Tax
when
Act.
the law says the due date is this,
My lord, it's
he
not-
might say
it's
anything.
Not the issue, my lord, when he's going to submit. The issue is, my lord, on the date of opening of the bid document or on the last date of submission of the bid document, whatever is prescribed.
Okay.
One must have the requisite criteria. That is my humble submission, my lord.
Anything else?
Income tax return is a different issue. Nobody is penalizing, my lord. We are not penalizing him that he has to come up showing all this justification. Last date means, my lord, before that one can submit. But after that, probably penalty will be imposed. That is what the income tax, my lord, act or statute prescribes. This is my humble submission. And regard one more, my lord, para 48 of my lord central coal field, where there is a particular part, clause is to be relaxed, like my lord, the petitioner has stated. It will have to be, my lord, point,
He's not asking for relaxation.
but even then, my lord, prospective bidders who are aware that, my lord, I don't have this particular, my lord, assessment here like that of the petitioner,
Ah.
they might not have appeared, my lord. They might not have participated, my lord.
Too bad for them.
This is.
Oh. Which paragraph do you want in this
48.
one? Anyway, I will try to understand the nuances of the Income Tax Act.
Right.
I'm very bad at it. It's something.
Even I am bad at it.
And
Anyway,
dates,
One of the
dates, my lord, keeps on changing, my lord, every
Ah.
year. My lord, so far as the dates are concerned, my
Ah,
lord, things keeps on changing, my lord. Notifications are issued every year.
At the relevant time, it was
Yes.
30th September.
That is his convention, my lord. That to last date, my lord.
You show me otherwise.
No, I'm not saying, my lord. That's what I'm also, my lord, contending that yes, if it is the last date, then he had the time.
It's not last, he said due date, due date. It
No,
says due date.
No, my lord, I will read it again.
Please come to 139. 139 of the Income Tax Act.
Probably, my lord, if it has been notified again, my lord. That's why I'm saying, my lord, his own affidavit, my lord, he has.
No, you see, he has brought out a barrack. If you are saying to say that his barrack, his edition is wrong, please bring out the right edition.
That
And
that lordship, my lord, because my lord, in income tax, my lord, there, every year.
I
my lord,
agree, I
collection
agree.
extended.
I agree with you fully. Only problem is when he has brought out something,
Right.
and if you want to say that his submission is wrong,
No, no, on the, my lord, basis of affidavit, which he has sworn, he has stated that, my lord.
no, no, I'm not going as per the affidavit. I'm going as per the statute only, as per the Income Tax Act.
Lordship will see, my lord, which year's edition is this, my lord.
Mine is 21-22. That says October.
At best, the date will change. The word due will not change.
I do not know. I do not know.
Otherwise, at least
Your edition is what?
mine is 1920.
1920.
Your lordship's is, I think, 2021.
Yes, and
Twenty-three, my
the
lord, NIT is of 23.
and IT is of 22. 26. So out here it is October.
In that case, Malad, for me, I get one more
1 month extra.
1 month extra.
In the case of any other SSC, 31st of July. Will you come under that?
Anyone who is not audited will be 31st of July.
Okay.
But audited ones, they get an extended time. The reason is very simple, Madam. The chartered accountant takes his time to audit the accounts. So that is why this additional period is given. Because they have to go by each entry. When a account is subject to audit, each of the entries are, they have to justify.
Okay. Right. Heard Mr. I. Chaudhary, learned senior counsel. Assisted by Mr. S. Vishwakarma, learned counsel for the petitioner. We have also heard Mr. B. Gogoi, learned standing counsel for the Health and Family Welfare Department. Appearing for all the respondents. Mr. The
One fact before your lordship starts this, there's one fact I overlooked. I must point out to your lordship. My rejection was actually notified to me that your lordship will get at page 120.
Yes, my lord, that has not been put to challenge my.
No, I have challenged it.
That is
We have
not a challenge.
It was notified to me on 7th, page 120, your lordship will find that. 7th of September, it was notified to me. But because my representative was there, I submitted the representation on the same day.
That I pointed out my 117 manner of the current base manner that is part of our affidavit. The reason we have already implemented. There is a rejection order.
your firm has not submitted the IT return of assessment year
23.
of 23-24.
No, 20.
So assessment year of
Yeah.
23-24
Which I
will
get
be
with
22-20, will be 22-23.
the financial year. Yes.
Yes,
Uh,
because they are saying assessment year.
but for assessment, I get up to September 23. So
Yes.
how can I submit for the assessment year 23-24? 2003, 2004, sorry, 23-24.
No, what I'm saying is assessment year is the year subsequent to the financial year,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
So your firm has not submitted the IT return
Of-
of assessment year 23-24.
Yes.
So if they are asking for, so financial year for that assessment year of 23-24 will relate to 22-23,
Which I can submit only in,
which you have submitted.
No,
No,
not submitted.
No,
Not
you have not submitted.
because in September 23,
Because September 23,
It
it
becomes
has
due.
to audit.
Yes.
It has to be audited in
audited and
due
it
date.
falls due on 30th of September 23. So therefore, I obviously could not have submitted.
Anyway, right. The petitioner is aggrieved with the rejection of his bid amount on the ground that he had not submitted the IT return for the assessment year 2023 in terms of the tender conditions. Full stop. The brief, the petitioner's case in brief is that a tender notice was issued on 1/8/2023 by the
Medical.
huh? By the Tezpur Medical College and Hospital for supply of stationery items with 16/8/23 being the last date of submission of bids. The tender was to be opened on the same date, that is 16/8/2023 at 2 p.m.
The time for submission.
No, there was somewhere I read 2 p.m. Where is that?
Page 25, Malad. It is the last date and time for submission.
No, no, tenders will be opened on the same way at 2 p.m. On the same day.
Right.
On the same, it will be open on the same day at 2 p.m. Huh. Good stuff. The petitioners, no. The petitioner. No, then the next wait. The documents required to be submitted as per Annexure 1 of the tender notice included at clause number 3 and at serial number 3 and 7 as follows. Page 28, 3 and 7. At the time of opening of the tender, in the presence of the authorized representative of the petitioner, an objection was raised by the respondents that the IT return of the petitioner for the financial year 2023-24.
Assessment.
No, out it says financial year.
But in the impugn, where they have communicated,
That is in your letter, sorry. In
Okay.
your letter, you have said financial year.
that is a mistake we made. It should be assessment year.
Okay, what have I said? Authorities, this for authorities that the petitioner had not submitted the IT return for the assessment year 2023-24 along with the tender documents. The petitioner thereafter immediately submitted a letter dated 16/8/2023 at 4:20 p.m. to the respondents stating that the question of filing the IT return for the assessment year 23-24 did not arise in terms of section 44 AB, capital AB, bracket A, read with explanation two of section 139 of the Income Tax Act. 2000 what? Income Tax Act what? What is it? 1939 what? 1961. So stop. Subsequent to the above facts, the petitioner was informed by letter dated 7/9/2023 issued by the respondents that his bid has been rejected on the ground of the petitioner not having submitted the IT return for the assessment year 23-24, which was a requirement as per the list of documents enumerated in the tender note. Full stop. Next paragraph. The petitioner's counsel submits that in terms of section 44 AB bracket small a, read with explanation 2 of section 139 of the Income Tax Act, the due date for auditing the income tax returns of the petitioner whose turnover or profit,
Gross receipts.
whose gross receipts, turnover basically, whose gross receipts cost rupees 1 crore in 1 year. Was one, seven, eight. Was 31st day of October of the assessment year. Full stop. As such, there was no opportunity for the petitioner to have submitted the ITR return, IT return for the year 2022-23. In terms of the NIT dated, in terms of the tender notice dated 6/8/2023.
And my further submission was that they could not have insisted upon it because it would be in violation of the statutory provisions.
Further, the respondents could not insist upon submission of an unaudited IT return. Is it?
No, they could not have insisted upon an audited return because it would have.
Sir, could you have submitted an unaudited return?
There's no question, my lord. I am bound to audit under the,
Ah.
under section 44A.
They could not have, what have I said? Have insisted upon filing of an audited, what?
My lord, we have not insisted for that, my lord, audited account. She will say, my lord, he is required to be audited because of his, my lord, benchmark, my lord, he has crossed that 1 crore benchmark.
What I'm
He's
saying is,
different from-
You make your submission, he's making his submission.
no, what I'm saying is this one. This statute compels me, makes it mandatory for me to audit my account. So they could not have insisted upon the returns, which by statute I am required to have it audited.
So you said that, what? Filing of an audited account, audited return in violation of explanation 2 of section 139 of the Income Tax Act. They accordingly submits that the rejection of the petitioner's bid and by the respondent authorities and any documents issued by them in that regard should be set aside.
The rejection has to be interfered with.
Further, the petitioner's bid should be considered to have been made, to have been submitted in terms of the terms and conditions of the tender notice. And he should also be considered to be a valid bidder. Next, Mr. B. Gogoi, the learned standing counsel for the Health and Family Welfare Department, submits that the tender notice clearly required the petitioner to submit income tax return certificates for the last 3 years, which would include the income tax returns for the year 2022-23. He submits that just because the provisions of the Income Tax Act allowed the petitioner to have his income tax returns audited by submitting the same on the last date, that is 31st October of that year, of the assessment year, comma. The same did not mean that the petitioner could not have submitted, submitted his IT returns at an earlier point of time. Thereby enabling the petitioner to submit his audited ITR returns for the year 2022-23. That's all, Mr. Musa. I have heard the learned counsels for the parties. Musa. The checklist which had been added to, which is a part of the tender notice, states that income tax return certificate bracket, no, it states that the last 3 years, no, states that the income tax return certificate bracket last 3 years, bracket close, should be submitted by the tenderer. Further, as can be seen from serial number 3 and 7 of the documents to be submitted by the tenderers, comma, it has been stated that the IT return of the last assessment year should also be enclosed along with the tender documents. At the outset, it may be stated here that there is no specific years provided for which the income tax return certificate should be submitted along with the tender documents, except the income tax return certificates for the last 3 years, including the last assessment year, including IT return of the last assessment year. Next. In the case of the petitioner, the
Page 51 discloses that.
the petitioner's gross receipts, contract receipts. In terms of the trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31/3/22, which has been issued by the chartered accountant on 7/10/22, shows that the contract receipts amount to 1,73,05,057.31. And what is this? What is this 21 lakhs at the bottom, page 51?
Page 51. This will be the net
Profit.
profit. Because from the receipts, all the expenses will be deducted and all those things will go.
Okay, next. Section 44 AB bracket A. Small a, huh? Of the Income Tax Act 1961, hereinafter referred to as the Act, provides that every person carrying on business shall, if his total sales, turnover or gross receipts, as the case may be, in business exceeds in any previous year, 1 crore rupees, out here it is 10 crores now.
That must be a subsequent amendment. For me, this amendment, so far as I am concerned, my lord, it was brought in on by way of the Finance Act 2012.
This is substituted by the Finance Act 2021, with effect from 1/4/2021.
In person will be well SCKR, well, he can claim.
No, 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 no. It is here.
Oh, it is there.
With
okay.
effect from 1/4/2020
Then it is 10 crores.
registration.
Then it is 10 crores.
There is
That
10
means-
crores.
So, but
So his case is only 1 crore.
so my lord, in that case, I'll have to examine because at the relevant point of time, if it was, when was this amendment brought to be?
Substituted by the Finance Act 2021, Section 13(1) for 5 crores with effect from, wait. 9. Wait, this will be 9. Five, wait, 5. For 60 crore, for 60. For 1 crore, 1 crore,
One.
correct. Carry out here, it seems 1 crore. So 2012.
It cannot be 10 crores, my lord, otherwise,
No, 1 crore is for B. 44 AB, AB again. 44 AB, capital AB, small a, small b again. Then that has been changed from 1 crore to, but your case comes under 44 AB, capital, bracket, small a.
small.
Very, very confusing this.
Income tax law and all these GST laws, very confusing.
And especially for me. So you can run rings around me if you want.
That is what perhaps my friend tried also.
No, I don't think so. So what have I said? Uh, 1 crore. Shall get his accounts of such previous year audited by an accountant before the specified date. Before the specified date. And that date or the report of such audit in the prescribed form duly signed and verified by such accountant and setting forth such particulars as may be prescribed. Okay, That is in page 317, 318, For me also, I'll need it later. Next. There's section 139. Section 139. Section 139. That is page. where does this 139(2) start? Oh, 139(2) has been deleted.
This is explanation two is part of 139(1) only one.
That's what I was looking at.
Because your lordship will find the 1A, 1B, etc. at page 752. So this is explanation two is a continuation of subsection one.
Where do you get this word due date?
At
in
all the
139?
places, all over, madam. Throughout 139,
Due
the
date.
explanation, expression used is due date. So that is why, by way of the explanation, due date has been defined. At various places in 139, your lordship will find the due date. So what will be the due date for which class of person is given in explanation?
Okay, what have I said? Huh? Can you put up the? Huh. Section 139 of the Act provides the procedure for assessment of the return of income of a company or a firm or a individual. And no, what have I said? Well, it says, what of the Act provides the procedure for assessment of the return of income of a company or a firm or an individual. By furnishing the return of his income before the due date. Full stop. Explanation 2. Of section 139 of the Act provides that the due date in terms of the Finance Act 2020. Finance Act 2020 shall be the 31st day of October of the assessment day.
One thing, due dates means, my lord, that is honor before that particular day.
Correct.
Is
No,
that
It
right? Is the
does
last
not
day.
mean last day. It means
It
last
the
day.
last
It means last day. Correct. Full stop. It means last day. Full stop. In the present case, comma. The petitioner had until 31st October 2023 to submit his income to the concerned authorities for auditing his income tax returns
Auditing takes prior to that. It is done by chartered accountant
for,
for submission of the return
for submission of the returns.
to the income tax department. So what happens is like this one. The auditing is done by an accountant under 44AB.
Ah.
And that audited return is required to be submitted on or before the due date.
Okay. 139, no? What have I said? To submit his income returns, huh? His return of income. Which was for the year 2020,
22.
2022, 23. Which was to be audited in terms of section 44 AB bracket A of the Act. So, sir. However, the petitioner had submitted his
Last 3 years returns.
income tax return for the assessment year 2021. Assessment year?
2021, 21, 22, and
Will this be assessment year?
yes, because the next year is the subject year, madam, 23, 24.
Okay, so assessment year 2021, 21-22, 22-23. As the no,
Yes, this will indicate, madam, if your lordship comes to page 51, your lordship will see year ended 31/3/22. So year ending,
no, this page 55,
yes,
this is the assessment year that has been given, huh?
yes, because next assessment year 23, 24 is what they are saying I have not submitted, which I obviously will not. 2021, 22.
2023. Okay. Then what have I said? Okay. That's all I think. One thing before in Mr. Bigo goes, Mr. K, I introduced the submissions. Have I taken the submissions as of yet? No.
I have just pleaded, madam, Dr. Associates, so far as judgment is concerned, for the purpose that you cannot take recourse for hidden criteria, having not mentioned the specific year in the.
NG projects may be not.
You had relied upon 2016 and 22, na?
Yes.
Okay. Will hearing concluded, judgment reserved.
Obliged.
I think I've. Huh? Yes. Put this also. Put this also. No more has been given to you. No, it's not a judgment. No. That's the name. Yes.
Lordship, my learned friend wants one extra copy, so I may be allowed to give her the extra copy today, Lordship.
Item?
Lordship may kindly fix a date, Lordship, after 3 weeks.
I may be only for, on behalf of Ms. MD Vora, we only appear for respondent number 1. The instruction that has to be taken by respondent number 2.
Additional affidavit is filed, madam. Which are additional affidavit as well as extra copies are with them.
I'll submit it tomorrow, give them tomorrow, Lordship. Kindly,
On the pair of the causes for the parties. This is the matter when?
Lordship, first week of April,
This is the,
first week of April,
After review, madam.
8 April, Lordship,
I can file it, madam.
8 April.
okay, this is the matter after 4 weeks. Miss D Sharma, Udas, sorry. Learned counsel for the
2, 3 and 4.
2, 3 and 4. Shall submit an affidavit in the meantime.
Lordship, can a date be fixed, Lordship?
Give it.
I'm appearing for respondent number 1. RB Goswami.
Write his name.
23rd April.
Mr.
RB Goswami.
R.B. Goswami appears for part number 1.
Lordship obliged. Lord.
5 and 6.
May I please your lordship, in this case, my friend has filed the petition 434/24 earlier. In which case, we,
434.
and we have filed affidavit, and copies have already been served on. But today morning, my learned senior friend has filed an affidavit in item number 5, my lord. So we have received a copy. I humbly submit, my lord, some time may be granted to file a response if necessary, my lord, in that affidavit, my lord. We have some urgency, and if your lordship accommodates after 2 weeks, my lord.
Mr.
8 1 to
H.
6 have
Pura
filed,
Gohain, learned
Equal-
counsel for the writ petition
my lord.
is granted
2 weeks time
2 weeks time to file affidavit in reply.
in reply.
List the matter. Yes, anything?
Eh,
We are also appearing for the private respondent. In one of the case, we also need to file our counter.
Okay, so how,
2 weeks, we'll do.
list the matter of 2 weeks.
May I pray for date, my lord, it's not inconvenient, my lord. 22 or 24,
April,
my lord.
Huh?
22 or 24.
Let it be in the April.
When?
Let it be in the April month.
April.
First or second?
17 and 18.
Yes.
No, please, sir. Not 17 and 18. No, sorry. I'm obliged, my lord. And the second one, in item number 5 also, my lord. In item 6 also, notices was issued on the last occasion.
5 and 6, they are together.
Together, my lord. I'm obliged, my lord. Deeply.
Huh? This is matter.
Malan, this petition was filed assailing the order of termination of the contract by the respondent. My lord, I have spoken with the learned counsel on the other side. If you can have it on Monday, my lord. Monday or Wednesday, my lord, or Tuesday.
Why are not here? Why, Tuesday maybe.
Well, Tuesday, actually, I have got so many matters. Let it not be on Thursday.
Monday, Wednesday and all is a problem because it's a motion day and all this stuff.
Then let it come in the first week of April. First week. On 9th, my lord, another matter.
On the prayer of cause for the parties, leave the matter on 9th. Oh, we've fixed a lot of matters on 9th.
We should do. Okay.
Deeply. All right. Kindly pass on for the timing, my lord.
Who's going to take time?
Our part is over in this case.
I know,
No, lordship was recorded in the earlier order.
I have seen, yes. Now, the other side is not here.
They're supposed to give the reply.
He's so one thing that he's so much informed me in few minutes ago that he's out.
No, but Mr. M.K. Chaudhary is required also.
He's in legs.
Adjourn the matter for the timing, what else can be done?
Okay, man.
I mean, I will pass over for the timing. What do you want? Passover? You want adjournment? What do you want?
Lordship for the timing, my lord, that's what I'm saying.
Passover for the time. Item nine. Yes.
No, ma'am, please, your lordship, my lord. In this case, my lord, we find the additional affidavit,
Huh?
my lord. Last time, this honorable court has directed to take dusty service to the respondent number 7. I take dusty service to the respondent number 7, my lord. I file an affidavit, my lord, page 47, my lord. on
You are
the-
appearing for?
120, my lord.
You are appearing for?
My lord, 6.
Oh, that is seven.
Yes, sir.
So what do you want?
My lord, yes, my lord, this method has been fixed. There are analogous method that has been fixed on, my lord, WPC 295/2024, my lord.
Okay, wait.
This
Uh,
method has been fixed along with that method.
Okay, right. Mr.
And then.
NNB Chowdhury appears for the petitioner. Mr.
RB Goswami,
RB Goswami appears for
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Comma, while Mr.
PH4, my lord.
PH Kowar appears for
Respondent number 6.
respondent number 6. Full stop. Miss D. Saiki appears for respondent number 7, while Miss Udas appears for 4 and 5. And the counsel for the parties submit that the
295/2024.
the matter may be tagged along with WPC number
295/2024.
295 of 2024,
24.
which is to be listed on.
As your lordship, and other than the court number 20 has fixed, my lord,
Ah,
that this method will be taken along with that method, my lord.
oh,
No, that has been fixed.
list the matter after the week. After you have to file any affidavit?
No, my lord.
No. I said you want to file. You said no. Then you said I'll file. You, you'll file in the meantime. List the matter after 2 weeks. In the meantime, the respondent number 7. The respondents may file their affidavit.
So there is an interim order, my lord.
Interim order to continue till the next date. Yes,
Respondent number 2.
no one appears. Right, no one appears for the petitioner on call. List the matter. After 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Thank you, Lordship. My senior is out of station. Kindly let him be taken.
Let me see, madam, just let me see. Item 12, no? Right. No one appears for the petitioner on call. The matter relates to cancellation of the distributorship license given to the petitioner for SK Oil for the Lakhipur and Pailapur depot in Kachar district.
What a petition number.
Yes, what?
They want
You tell me, you tell me your case.
then my passport for timing.
Huh?
Will come back.
Huh?
My senior will come, madam.
Yes, they're waiting, come, tell him to come,
Because they told one to.
waiting for you.
Lordship,
You wait,
can it be taken next week, Lordship?
you wait, madam, you wait. Yeah, no order, no adverse order will be passed against you. He'll have to satisfy this court whether anything survives. We're waiting.
Time being, I think 7 and 8. I'm sorry, madam.
Thank you, the Lordship. Lordship, in this case, Lordship, we have received certain documents which are relevant for for this case, Lordship. This morning only we have received the documents. So you want to file an additional affidavit to bring on the record. And that part, Lordship, the government has filed affidavit, that copy also not been served to us. So in terms of the last court's observation, Lordship. So only this week, Lordship,
Affidavit, you have filed some affidavit?
the-
Yes, madam. Someone received a copy on behalf of.
Take photocopy of file. Next week, Lordship. Along with our additional affidavit. You want to find it. In fact, this is the first time I'm
The previous occasion, your worship has almost completed hearing, so far as the petitioner is concerned.
I've heard, Mr. K. Chaudhary.
Only my part remain. And
our part also, Lordship.
That,
So, if we file the additional affidavit, that will change the whole things, Lordship, because counter allegation are on us also, that is why, Lordship.
Lordship,
Just in week, Lordship,
Lordship, they are enjoying the fishery, my lord.
they enjoy the fisheries,
Yes,
okay.
my lord.
No,
That's why, my lord.
I will hear you. Cannot, you're enjoying the fisheries,
that's
then
a of the stay operation in view of the section, Lordship.
then we will ask you stop her work also. That will allow.
Yeah, let it be taken up today, Lordship. Just will show the documents by just, we cannot be, bring it on record, Lordship, we can show the document.
Commissioner cannot do settlement, my lord.
We can,
That's the. Best thing is we will stop everyone's fishery for the time being. You stop also, no daily settlement.
Lordship, in fact, in terms of the earlier settlement, Lordship, we incurred huge loss, Lordship, because of the COVID, and thereafter, Lordship, that area, we have filed representation, all are pending, nothing has been decided yet, Lordship. So my intention today, Lordship, we sought for the documents, today we have received this, on the allegation of this, area, Lordship, this receipt also I have received this morning, Lordship.
Regarding your case,
Yes.
regarding whether you are a defaulter or not.
Yes, Lordship, these all receipt I have received today morning, Lordship. So these all, even day after.
What does it say? What does it say that you are not a defaulter?
Yeah, not defaulter, Lordship, with that, and that apart, all pending, applications are pending before the respondent authority. They have
So,
not
so,
decided.
okay, we'll accept that you are not a defaulter. You're not a defaulter. Done. So we'll accept your statement that you're not a defaulter. End of the matter for you then. Correct.
Not only one aspect of the
Huh?
other aspect is there regarding the rules and violations. Regarding the assessment to the highest bidder. In fact, I stood in a better place, Lordship. So,
So we'll say that the daily settlement of the fishery be stopped as on today. How much time do you want?
Lordship,
How much time do you want?
Lordship, I don't want time then, and I'll just show the Lordship will peruse the document, I'm holding it right now. There. Lordship,
Just a second.
Your other side and I'll please.
Yes, yes, just a minute, just let me read what was happening. There were few matters to be done today. Unfortunately, they get adjourned. That's why I don't keep it part also. One matter, 75% of work done, we are dictated. Unfortunately, stayed by Supreme Court. So, I, item number one, yes. Yes, there was some affidavit.
Yes.
That was, yes.
Matlab, we have filed an additional affidavit, right? We remain opposition, in fact, Matlab, we want to.
That affidavit, filed by respondent number 3.
Yes.
No, right.
No, no, in the last order, we have said that at this stage, it has come to light that the affidavit filed by the respondent number 3 on 26/9/23
That was the.
in WPC has not been furnished to the council appearing for Kumar SS and Natun SS.
It was furnished from the we have filed a reply. And it is.
Oh. So what is that affidavit? 26/9/23. What is the affidavit of the respondent number 3? What does it say? Actually, it's by respondent number 2 actually, not 3. Is it?
Settlement operating.
Huh?
Settlement operating find that affidavit.
On Mr. Nirmal Kanti Devnath.
That is okay. This is the one. So who was bringing up this affidavit? Who was bringing it up?
It was filed by the government and they said, my lord, they did not receive it and all that.
Okay.
They only that was given and.
So have you finished your submission? No, that's fine. So someone had brought up this.
Now, government, my lord, the relevant paragraphs will be paragraph 8 and 12.
3 and 12,
Yes.
of which affidavit?
Of this, the last one, affidavit, my lord, filed by the additional secretary, additional secretary. Nirmal Kumar Devnath. The government filed two affidavits in both the cases. My lord. And I have been, we've been served with the copy in 4002 of 2023, that is our case.
Just stay my friend, just stay my friend.
That's right, not like. That's right.
Just burn the AC, it's very hot. Yes, who's going to start? Yes, start.
My lord, I will rely on this affidavit, also these two paragraphs
Which affidavit?
of the government, my lord, that your lordship has just taken up. 4002, affidavit of
What is this?
the Nirmal Kumar Devnath. Because one of the question hinted on the certificate that has been given to us, so that is being questioned.
Huh?
The certificate that was given to us as being fisherman, actual fisherman, that was being questioned. The submission it was that the certificate does not indicate that we are actual fishermen. And their husband and family members are also fishing. So the language was, my lord, it was very poorly given, my lord. Certificate. Here in this affidavit, my lord, the government has made it clear in paragraph 8.
Affidavit. Of point number 5.
Respondent number 3 in this case, my lord. 4002, it is respondent number 3.
11 March. Okay, no, that is.
11th March is our affidavit, my lord. We have also filed a.
Okay, this is 27/9/23.
My lord. We were served on 26/9, so it must be 27/9.
Our respond number 6.
By respondent number 3 in this case. In the other case, it is perhaps respondent number 6.
Okay.
Respondent number 2.
Yes.
May I take your lordship to paragraph 8.
8. Yes.
That as regards the statements made in paragraph 8 of the writ petition, the deponent begs to state that the said experience certificate dated 4/4/2023 issued by the District Fishery Development Officer Jorhat, it is clear that the members of the respondent self-help group, that is us, belong to fishermen community and their husband and other family members are involved in fishing activities and the dependent on fishing for livelihood. That is how the, my lord, the government took the certificate which was assailed in the writ petition. Then paragraph,
So this does not help you.
my lord, sir, In fact, my lord, thereafter, if your lordship kindly reads also paragraph 12, then I'll like to take your lordship to our affidavit, my lord.
Yes,
Paragraph 12, that as regards the statements made in paragraph 13 and 14 of the requisition, it is submitted that the government respondent considered the status of the SHG comprising of all women members to encourage women beneficiaries based on highest financial bid offered by them. And it has also explained, my lord, why the certificate has been issued by DFDO, not by that at paragraph 14, it has been explained by them. Because, my lord, we are the self-help group, it's not a cooperative.
no,
society.
at the end of the day, you are supposed to be a fisherwoman.
Actual fishermen.
You have to be an actual fisherwoman.
Yes.
Now, how do you
Now,
prove
my
that?
lord, what happened, although the government must have, my lord, made inquiries and they have found, and that's how this affidavit has come, saying that we are actual fishermen. Now,
No,
we also, my lord,
where does it say you're actual fisherman? Doesn't say that.
One this paragraph 8, my lord.
And their husband and other families are involved in fishing activities
Yes.
and
Now, my lord,
dependent on
what
it.
happened, we also filed an application before the authorities that your certificate, that is not very clear. And please, make an inquiry and, give a, proper certificate. And pursuant to that, our, my lord, application, they made an inquiry and they have issued a fresh certificate, my lord. That I have annexed in the, affidavit in opposition that has been filed, my lord, on the 11th. Affidavit filed on 11/3/2024.
On 11/3.
Yes, madam. The certificate is at running page 53.
Affidavit in reply filed by the petitioner.
This is an affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent. Is it? No, fine. Respondent number 5. I am respondent number 5. This running page should be 53, madam. And internal page 7.
This is by the respondent number 5.
Respondent number 5, madam.
No, you see, two affidavits were filed on the same day. One is by the petitioner and one is by you. That is why the petitioner's affidavit in reply has been made page 53. Yours is subsequent to that. Yours will start, you'll have a new number starting from somewhere 61 or something like that. So you have to correct your pagination. Anyway, even this petition has to be paginated. Because we called it, no?
Because madam, on the same day, two affidavits filed and in two repetitions, two
Correct.
affidavits filed.
No.
That's why perhaps my opinion.
Yes, then, so, what has happened here?
There, my lord, a free certificate has been issued on 6th of March. That is running page 7, my lord, the internal page 7.
Page 7. To whom it may concern?
My lord. Certified that the members of the Nayan Jyoti Self-Help Group of Notun Melanggaon, 27 number, Micro Chowkat, Gaon Panchayat, belong to.
Say.
My lord.
Nothing. It's the same thing. There, nowhere have they stated that you are a fisherwoman.
They belong to fisherman community.
You belong to fisherman community doesn't make you a fisherman.
Thereafter,
You may belong, you see, belonging to a fisherwoman community, a fisherman community, doesn't mean that you're a fisherman or a fisherwoman.
your lordship will read further, my lord. According to survey report of and Gaon Panchayat Pradhan certificate, 100% member of the self-help group or belong to actual fisherman community. Their husband and other families was also involved in fishing.
Okay, what they're trying to say is that
Now,
they are fishermen, they are actual fishermen.
Right.
You see, but when you say fisherman community, it's a different thing. You may belong to a particular community, but your profession might be different.
That's true, my lord. In fact,
Then-
your lordship will see the language. Earlier also, my lord, here also
So
grammatical.
let them
mistakes.
clarify this at least. Otherwise, if that is your case, this is not a clarification, they're saying thing. They're reiterating what they're saying earlier.
The government has accepted that, my lord. Government has earlier accepted it. The
No,
earlier
no,
version.
earlier accepted it, but they're, how come, I don't think they're so stupid. They're very smart, much more smarter than us.
My lord, I am the.
So maybe they're saying, let us not put, all our eggs in one basket by saying exactly what it is. But let's, you know, hedge our bets here and there, so that, let it decipher any way it wants. There has to be clarity as to whether they are real fishermen or not.
My lord, to my understanding, my lord, this indicates that we are actual fishermen and that is what is required. And the government's affidavit also, my lord, they have clarified that, my lord. Your lordship will kindly see, in this matter, my lord, this human self-help group has come. They belong to fishermen committee, that is the requirement, and they are the, my lord, highest bidder. It's not that, my lord, some favor has been done to them.
But when the rules or the law, the statutory rules require them to be professing a certain type of profession, can we say that just because they belong to that community, that they are all in that, having that actual work practice? You see, you go to Calcutta, that where all the tanneries are, all the Chinese people are there. Similarly, what do you think there? They're not all involved in the tanning industry. They have got their restaurants and shops. Some of them are doing tanning, some of them are not doing.
No, the fact that, my lord, they have participated in this tender and by forming a self-help group, my lord, that fulfills the requirement of the, my lord, statute.
Let us see the law. What does the law say? Let us see what the law says.
Rule 12, my lord.
Rule 12.
Referred to in sub-rule 8B above, all registered fisheries shall be settled under the tender system of sale in place of sale auction. Provided that the government shall settle a 60% category fishery with special category of cooperative societies, non-government organizations and self-help groups consisting of 100% actual fishermen in the neighborhood of the fishery concerned by the tender system. So 100% actual fishermen, that is the requirement.
That's what. 100% actual fishermen. Now, supposing you have got 20 families in a village. Do you expect husband, wife, children, everyone to be actual fishermen?
One has to start somewhere.
Correct. But then the law provides 100% actual fishermen. You cannot be ambiguous about it. You have got to say whether they are actual fishermen. There's a difference between being in the fisherman community and being actual fishermen.
That's right, but that's right.
Then-
But it cannot also be said that they are not actual fishermen.
So that is why the law requires certification to be given.
My lord, in
Now,
that
where
case-
is that certification?
In that case, my lord, may I
Huh?
put that the authorities
Page 74. Page. Where have you got page? Where have you got page 74? I don't even have page 74.
The business is different. When there's a problem.
Page 7-9. 27-9? I don't know which page.
Perhaps, my lord, your lordship may direct the fishery department to make an inquiry and, let them make an inquiry, my lord.
Huh? This is not page 74, madam. That is why, please, you see, next time, I don't think we'll call for affidavits anymore. Because the pagination always goes for a toss. And it's very, confusing for us. Wait, annexure 3, annexure 1, 2, 3. Yes,
Last line for the learning, it has to be four members of single class.
so,
Twelve.
rule 12. Yes,
For the purpose of the what's the nobody said some of the common
correct. So, madam, there are two aspects. One is 100% actual fishermen. Number two is scheduled caste. Scheduled caste, okay, accepted. What about the first part?
All the members of the family have a fair This is their livelihood. So, madam, their
See, please come to page, the earlier page, just the earlier page. So belongs to fishermen community. Their full stop. Their husband and other families are involved in fishing activities and dependent on fishing for livelihood. He does not say that the members of the self-help group are involved in fishing activities. They only saying that they are part of the fishermen community. Why did they specifically state, if we are supposed to accept that when you talk of someone being a part of a fisherman community means he's an actual fisherman, if we are to accept that, then what was the need for this extra sentence? Their husband and other family members are involved in fishing activities and dependent on fishing for livelihood. Instead of saying that, they could have said even their husbands and other families members are also part of the fishing community. That's all. Then not all, no, not also. There's no also, madam. Don't add words where there are none. Yes. Correct, correct, correct. You see, young children are also part of the fishermen community. That doesn't mean that they are fishermen. They're dependent upon fishing, maybe, but that doesn't make them fishermen. I think they know very well what they're writing.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord? In another case, a question arose regarding a certificate of, my lord, the Bakija clearance certificate of a society. And the certificate was issued in the name of the secretary of the society. The court did not accept it because the certificate has to be in the name of the society. So, my lord, that particular, my lord, secretary approached this court by filing a writ petition. And the court said that yes, the certificate which you have produced for the purpose of the settlement, that cannot be accepted. But then there is a direction issued to consider the matter afresh and issue a fresh certificate taking into my lord, account all these. So, my lord, may I please that order, my lord?
I don't know that at this stage. This is basically now they will come up with a new certificate saying that yes, they are all 100% fisherwomen.
They are, my lord. Actually, they are. But the certificate, it has been, my lord, drafted in such a manner. Government also accepted us as the, my lord, actual fisherwomen. But then, my lord, the certificate, the language, in fact, my lord, subsequent also, certificate is also, my lord, full of grammatical mistakes that your lordship will notice. And
No.
your lordship will kindly see that.
No, they know very well. You just look at the page 61. While the members of your group are all belonging to the fishermen community, for the husband and the other family members, they've given a specific sentence and words involved in
Yes.
finishing it.
I agree, my lord, I agree. But my submission is that, my lord, in a situation like this, the court directed that you make an inquiry and give a fresh certificate after making inquiry. That was, my lord, that is the order. And pursuant to that, my lord, in fact, the certificate was issued, and on the basis of that certificate, my lord, I lost the case. That order is also there, my lord. We are going to the division bench also. Division bench did not agree that the issuance of a fresh certificate after the direction, this direction, that you should consider it again and issue a fresh certificate. The division bench order, your lordship will find, my lord. This is the division bench order. So I am also, my lord, similarly situated now. The government has accepted us as the actual fisherwoman. We are the highest bidder, and the government accepted that. And only because the certificate has not been issued properly should we suffer. Should these women suffer? I do not say, my lord, as women you need to get some special advantage. That we do not say. But the fact,
No, you see, if we can give you an advantage legally, no problem. No problem. But when the law provides that things should be done in a certain manner for a certain class of persons, it cannot be done in any other manner.
True.
That's all.
true.
So it's not a question of concession being given to you or not. It's a question of whether you come within the four corners of the section 12. That's all.
Now, my lord, the problem is created by my lord, that particular certificate. And in spite of that, my lord, the government has accepted it. The government has filed affidavit supporting that, my lord, we are actual fishermen and we are entitled to get it, and they have given the settlement to me. The only hurdle, my lord, stumbling block is the, my lord, certificate.
Yes, what to do?
Yeah. And you take it file by certificate. Issued by an APO.
I think that also we have just said. Yes, please read it for
Certified that members of the Narendra self-help group of Northern Melang Gaon 27 Monster Sauka Gaon Parsad are belongs to fishermen community. According to survey report of field official and Gaon Prahan certificate, 100% member of self-help group are belongs to actual fishermen community.
So they will be actual fishermen community. Do they say that they are actual fishermen?
Their husband and husband are involved in fishing activities and profession independent. Leave it to your lordship. Yes, very technical.
No, what I say is,
Fishermen
my lord,
community.
he should not leave it to your lordship, my lord. I say that your lordship will ask them to, my lord.
You see, there are things called. You see, I think In India, there are very different communities. Maybe some tending with cattle, maybe some tending with some tailoring, maybe I don't know. Different gypsy communities, this, that community. But whether they're doing a particular profession is a different issue.
In fact, my lord, if your worship goes by the language, other, it is not a, my lord, SC/ST certificate. Otherwise, my lord, community wise, you get a schedule caste
No,
certificate.
please see the section 12. It says 100%
Actual feature.
actual fishermen. It is very clear.
Also has to be of the ST community. That means they have.
Correct.
If lordship, in other way, if lordship can interpret this word lordship, no belongs to the actual fisherman community. We can also read that here they are actual fishermen of ST community.
So that's why my prayer before lordship is that, let them, my lord, make it enquiry.
For you, that's the only way out.
Yes.
For you, that's the only way out. That's all.
My lord, I'm wouldn't by that decision of this honorable.
Huh?
This certificate belongs to actual fisherman community. Community.
It does not say community. You please read the section 12. Where is the word community? Where is the word community, section 12?
This community, ward lordship, for this, I can take that directly.
Mr. Counsel, the law requires 100% actual fishermen. It doesn't require 100% actual fishermen community. There is no requirement of community. It requires that you do your job as a fisherman. That's all.
Hey, Doctor, from the department, only the disposal revenue, we are, the matter is state loss. So anything loss, I think it's loss. Because revenue, we are going to start with the revenue. We are not getting any revenue for the last state, due to operation of the state.
We are getting daily from this Natu Nature.
That's not authorized
Run by the?
by the C1.
DC has no authority to give.
Oh,
settlement.
that DC cannot run.
He cannot give the settlement. It's only.
How can DC give you settlement, madam? Under what law? Under what law is the DC giving you the settlement of the fishery? Prima facie certificates are, however way we look at it, doesn't appear to be in consonance with section 12.
That was called for by the deputy commissioner himself.
Huh?
That was called for by the deputy commissioner.
No, he can call them.
No, but
Not something of-
under what provision is the fishery settled? What is the law? What is the Assam fishery rule? Fisheries are settled under the Assam fishery rules.
Yes.
Under the Assam fishery rules, can the deputy commissioner settle any fishery? That's the issue. Probably the wives have got the fishery, all the husbands will go to work. Naturally, what will they do otherwise? What will they do at home? Cook. They will not do that.
Just let me get it settled. It's getting late.
Yes.
Not very slow.
What about the proposal given? Let the government clarify this one more time, whether they are actual fishermen or not.
My lord, there is no such provision in law, my lord,
What?
for assessment, my lord. My lord, our challenge is their settlement order, my lord. And as per government affidavit, on 2 counts, the settlement was given. First, on the basis of highest bid. Second, for women empowerment.
Correct.
As per rule, there is no provision to settle the fishery for women empowerment.
No, they are saying that this is
Government may conduct a
just only to conduct an inquiry, only to give a report as to whether these women are 100% actual fishermen.
There are already 2 reports are there, my lord. And same authority submitted 2 reports. What is the 3rd report, my lord? Same report will be given, my lord.
So if same report
Things
is
will not change, my lord. They have no fishing experience. So how they can gather fishing experience within a span of 2-3 weeks, my lord? 2 certificates are already there before your lordship. In affidavit, it is clear, my lord. For women empowerment, they have settled the issue. There is no such provision in the law. So they have to follow the procedure, the manner in which the procedure is laid down. And I don't think within a span of 2-3 weeks, they have gathered the fishing experience, my lord. So in my humble submission, my lord, this settlement order has to go, my lord. Our court has already held that the fishing experience certificate is fine at one on, my lord, for getting a fishery, my lord. That doesn't have already placed before lordship, my lord. This is recording at lordship's.
Is it? I don't remember. I'll have to look at it again.
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
It is recorded in lordship's last order.
so only thing now, yes, this has got the power. Okay, let us see. Rule 3 of the fishery rules. Rule 3. Rule 3B.
Your Sadar subdivision shall be told by the deputy commissioner or the deputy commissioner, or if so authorized by them, directed by the Sadar subdivision, and those of other subdivisions shall be told by.
This is with regard to sale, Mr. Counsel. This is with regard to sale, not regard to lease of a fishery. Huh?
Which is controlled.
No,
The tool is not there.
Mr. Counsel,
From the beginning of the issue of general notice and
okay, let me ask you one thing then. The fishery had been settled with you earlier for 7 years? Settled with you by whom?
By the government.
government, government,
By the government whom? Who is government by, huh?
state department.
Fishery, not by the DC. So the settlement of the fishery by by the fishery department is in violation of the rules.
You might be- Because since he initiates the proceeding of selling, and also the.
Mr. Counsel, selling and leasing out for certain period of time is different.
No,
Out here, it says procedure for sale of fisheries. What the case we are interested in right now, the issue is the settlement of the fishery for a few years, for 7 years, not for sale.
Just a minute, one thing let me get clear. Yes, settlement is by the government of Assam Fishery Department dispute.
Yes, who shall settle the fisheries under what law?
Fisher twelve, the department, madam. Settlement.
So if that is the case, if Rule 12 provides for settling of fisheries by the department, then the DC has got no right, no power to settle the fishery with you.
No, it is not settlement.
Huh?
Only temporary judgment decision made. Yes, look,
He has got no right for temporary
But
arrangement.
under rules, my lord, rule three, my lord, it is clear, whether they stands or not. Rule three B, when he has the power to sell, whether he can make temporary judgment or not. There is issue here.
I'm sorry.
Except, okay.
Yes, anything else? Yes, now only Miss Tisom, your defaulter business. Let me see that.
There is an adjustment.
Adjustment as well as we have paid out of his 9 lakh 58 and a call deposit also.
So you have got no more
Still outstanding still there.
Oh, you still got outstanding. You're still a defaulter.
That they have not released the call deposit and all. That is why there has to be an adjustment also with the prior, with the call deposit. There has to be an adjustment.
Yes, so if that is the case, supposing we allow your writ petition. She says that not a defaulter, then she becomes the next high, she's higher than you.
Government will verify, madam. We don't know how many.
In fact, my lord, this is a,
Huh?
How many revenue they have to pay? It will
Ah.
be-
No, so she's saying that she's not a defaulter anymore. Okay. Now, supposing we allow both your writ petitions, you're not going to get, she's higher than you.
my lord, this is a case, in fact, is a issue of fresh tender. Fresh tender, because they are not, that they cannot be qualified at all. There is no provision for actual fishermen, they must be. It should be certified by them. Very ambiguous language. My lord, juggling with the words, that they belong to fisherman community. Suppose a cobbler community,
Huh? Supposing?
suppose a cobbler community or a tailor community. They may not be actual tailoring. They may be doing government job. They become IS, IPS officer. They become a lawyer. Does it mean that since he is a tailor, so he should certified to be a for tailor? No. So it is a case.
So he'll be a IS cobbler.
So
Morning doing
Yes.
babu job
yes,
and evening sitting in his shop by the side of the street somewhere.
yes. So it can be. It is very. It is just the government wants to juggle with the world. So also the outside fisher. So it should be actual fishermen. 100% actual fishermen, not even 99%. So it is a case for directing the authority to go for fresh tender. Or my lord, already we have my amount has been adjusted, 9 lakh has been adjusted, and I am to get more. So they can adjust it. There is no default as such from our side. And that is what my in 74, the deputy commissioner is forwarded to the government. Taking everything. The Lord Sungai, this is page 74 of my petition, Annex 8.
Just a minute.
Yes.
Huh?
The 76 page, the self-help guru,
Mr. Council, which writ petition?
my deputy mayor.
I
My
know,
writ
but
petition
unfortunately, a name is not written there.
4064.
406,
Why is it?
yes.
Yes, 74. And it might be
Page
74 onwards.
74 onwards. Yes.
76 a lot of kind come through, starting with first action. The self-help group is 100% SC. Does it say 100% fisherman? No.
Where are you? A
Well,
self-help group is 100% SC.
76. First line.
Whose is this? What is this? Is your letter?
No. Letter written by the deputy commissioner. This type
Huh?
of- Letter written by the deputy commissioner of government.
Commissioner Jorhat. By whom? Who is this letter?
Government of Assam, the office of the deputy commissioner, Jorhat, revenue branch, revenue so to the
Okay.
to the commissioner, the department of the
Huh.
letter number is also there, government letter. 76 has also got one page.
No, that is all right. 100% SC, so we agree. 100% SC.
Yes. Then my lord, regarding me, my lord. Notun Welling. Third paragraph. The plan of the government society, Sri Achinta Das. The tender forms states that the revenue, annual revenue so will be paid by the government as 85,000 rupees as a deposit. The cooperative society is 100% tender from the with teaching experience certificate, Bakija Piri certificate and etc. Yes, Bakija certificate and teaching experience certificate. We are the actual fishermen.
Huh?
My representatives are the actual.
No, we are, there's no one doubting you.
Yes.
That is 100% fisherman.
And my lord, regarding.
Yeah, the only issue that is being doubted with regard to you is with regard to your payment,
Yes.
your payment schedule. You are a defaulter.
Because when the Bakija certificate issued by the under the Bengal Recovery Act 1913. If there is any due, my lord, then Bakija proceeding is issued. Yeah, Bakija clearance certificate.
So if there is a Bakita proceeding against you, what does it imply?
Reply is that then I will not be issued any certificate, there is no due. Here it is, my lord.
It implies that you are a defaulter. That's why they have to take recourse to that.
No,
that
there is
route.
no. I have submitted Bakija certificate, my along with the tender, there is no default.
There's no default.
Yes. Because I am to get from the government.
Huh?
I have to get from the my deposit given against the tender earlier is due.
Anyway, we'll close your settlement. It's your settlement is without law. It's in violation of.
That is one thing, my lord. Now, it should be sent for, my lord, since the settlement given to the other side is actually quashed, my lord.
Huh?
Settlement given to the women group should be quashed, because they are not certainly, and let the fresh tender. Yes.
You want fresh tender also?
Yes, fresh tender will issue. That is, that
Fresh
will
tender.
once for all clear the matter.
My prayer remains, my lord, because the certificate is defective and my lord, these two orders that I
So,
have.
let me see the latest certificate that you had submitted. You had again.
That is also defective, my.
Government
know,
affidavit
I know,
says,
that's
my lord,
why.
government affidavit says they are 100%
But in that case,
SC,
my lord,
SC only.
No, where is that? Your Madam Das? Sixty 24. Let me see that again. You see, the government is not stupid. They are very intelligent.
My lord,
And they purposely skirted the issue in a way. Even, huh?
playing with words. Government should be,
No. They've got all the experts.
yes.
They know exactly what to do. We are the ones in the dark and try to find our way at times.
My lord,
At times.
what is the language used in their certificate, fresh certificate? Belongs to field officials and Gaon Pradhan. Certificate 100% members of the self-help group are belongs to actual fishermen community.
Actual fishing.
Community. They do not use the word actual fishing community.
No, 4 I've got. Where is the other one? The latest. Where is that? In which affidavit?
that is in my affidavit file yesterday, my lord. 11.
In which case?
In
Report after the report 2023.
$4,002,2020.
Now the government also, without being fair, using the juggling the words to favor a particular person.
No, the reason being that we are the highest.
How the
bidder.
government is playing with the words to favor a party, going out of the way,
We are the
in
highest
violation of
bidder.
the rules, my lord.
We are the highest bidder.
So only way out
My
is,
prayer remains, my lord, by virtue of that, my lord, this honorable court has given this opportunity that the earlier certificate is wrong, therefore you inquire it again and give a fresh certificate. My lord, other than that, pray for that.
and so far I am concerned, my lord,
Can be very good to order.
I am concerned that during the COVID period, everything was closed, everything, and their elections are pending with the government. Yes, otherwise, otherwise it is a, only to finally set the matter, my lord.
I think better that maybe tentatively I'm thinking better to have a fresh tender.
Yes, yes,
Let the fisher community have decent meals.
yes.
Imagine when the husband starts cooking every day, Bapre. What they'll be having, huh? Today let's have only Maggie. I don't know what this masala is
So,
for.
this
again, it's
jungle go on, this jumble will go on.
Yes.
It will never solve, my lord, let there be fresh tender. And in the meantime, I may be allowed to
Prayer
continue.
remains, my lord.
Then Mr. M.K. Chaudhary will have to go teach them how to cook. You have got to put tail first, not onion first, tail first.
And same thing will apply to us.
And the wives are gone where they are all fishing.
Hello, tomorrow our wives will come to argue and will be.
And then the husband will have to go clean up the baby who's,
And wives will be arguing here in the court.
and wives are all fishing.
So, only solution, best solution
With
is
all
reach
respect,
tender.
there is a little.
And in the meantime, I may be allowed to
Yes.
continue.
Huh?
There is a little gender bias.
My lord, in the meantime, let them be some tender notice within a month.
Huh?
Within a month, let them settle it by issuing tender notice.
Anyway.
And in the meantime, I may be allowed to continue to the arrangement to continue your lordship.
No, how can you complete?
Either nor you will get, nor you will get. It is
No,
really
no,
like saying
no
that
one
down
can
in the
get,
meta policy.
no one can get anything. Okay.
Because
Huh?
my application in, my lord.
Anyway, right. I heard Mr. K. N. Chaudhary, Learned Senior Counsel for the petitioner for Kumar Kaibata Gan. Just say, you heard Mr. K. N. Chaudhary, assisted by Mr. R.M. Dekha. Then also heard Mr. Assisted by Ms. T. Shom. Heard Mr. M.K. Chaudhary, assisted by Mr. DJ Mehdi, huh? Then Mr. P. Sharma appears for the Fisheries Department, while Ms. U. Das appears for the Deputy Commissioner. Then anybody else? That's all. Okay. Hearing concluded, judgment reserved.
Only my lord, just, my lord, while passing the judgment, your lordship may kindly see my application is page 86, annexure 9, where during COVID period, we have sought exemption.
Huh?
During COVID period, there are about 1.5 years it was closed, my lord, that we have sought exemption.
Okay.
That your lordship, page 86.
You paid your kist money for that period also.
Yes,
Yes, Lord.
yes, and also my lord, during the period we could not pay.
And this tender is for which period, which year?
The current year.
Currently.
Currently.
The
No,
current-
23.
Yeah, prior to 20.
So maybe for some time, because the
Yes.
COVID time, they might have made a loss.
No, 1.5 years, totally closed, my lord. Even shops were closed. Walking on the street was closed.
No, that is absolutely illegal.
No,
This-
how is getting? How you are getting?
I am agree. I am agree because you have been given daily settlement.
One month for one, I will run for 1 year, for 1 month, what is, who will be, that is government will not be.
Hearing concluded, judgment reserved. Anyway, let's see, at least maybe I do not know how the judgment will go. Let me see, I'll read a little
I
bit.
hope my lord, you go back to government for consideration.
For re-tendering.
That is out of.
Anna,
It will
for
go for
that,
concern for issue.
I don't know, but it's best, I think, the males go out fishing.
Yes,
Mess is going to be terrible.
terrible, my lord. We'll be
Yeah,
also
what
suffering.
will you eat?
Lots will suffer. my
Ah,
lord.
only wheat. What? Huh? What? Both. Two. So I'll dictate now.
Oblige.
Highly obliged.
Thirteen, right. On the prayer for adjournment made on behalf of Mr. B. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner who is having some.
Yes, sir.
A. Sharma,
Myself, sir. I'm
B. Sharma, who is having some health problems. And which is not objected to by Miss A. Bhattacharya. Counsel for the point number 2. List the matter after a month.
No, madam, may I pay for a date, my old matter, my
Okay.
client is suffering.
Yes, I know, very old matter.
second or fourth of April, lordship.
Give a date.
April.
Fourth.
Fourth.
Timing item 12.
My
Yes.
lord, in this matter, Mr. Edward is leading my lord. He is on left support to weakness.
What is this matter about?
My lord, I'm not acquainted with the brief, my lord. Let me fix another date, my lord.
Tuesday, Lordship.
Huh?
Letter may be taken on Tuesday, Lordship.
Look, you have all the prayers for adjournment has been made by the petitioner. Readings were complete in 2019. Why should I adjourn it any further? This is cancellation of your license in 2013. 11 years have gone by. Where is he? Which court?
Lordship at courtroom 8, my
Oh,
lord.
here he is. Yes.
In this case, your lordship,
Anything survives?
lordship, so far as your lordship, this PDS license is concerned, your lordship.
Hmm.
If the government has stopped issuing this, your lordship, in view of direct transfer, etc., your lordship, then nothing.
I don't think there is any kerosene being given anymore.
Lordship, that instruction, problem is that I don't have contact with my client.
Then why you carrying this cancellation of this kerosene oil?
Lordship.
It was in 2013. 11 years have passed, Mr. Counsel. Then,
Lordship, in 2016, we filed the case, your lordship.
whatever.
Now, your lordship, if they can have some instruction on that, your lordship, if they don't issue this type of license, then your lordship.
No, but what is your case now? At
Yes,
this-
your lordship, that we have challenged that cancellation of license, your lordship, and the appellate order also that we have put to challenge. Basically, our case is that while passing the cancellation order, they went beyond what has been there in the initial show cause notice, your lordship. Materials which are not. They are in the show cause notice. This is precisely the case, your lordship. Now, unless your lordship, I will try, if your lordship gives me some time, then I will try to contact your lordship, my client, and if they say that there are no more these licenses are issued, then your lordship will withdraw your lordship.
K oil.
K oil, kerosene oil.
How is it so difficult?
Lordship,
How is it so difficult? K oil. Can you ask your supply secretary someone? I think it's stopped. We will take it up after another 10-15 minutes. I don't want, you see, for the registry also, this thick files to keep on just issuing like this, just for the, listing it here is also a problem.
your lordship may take it up day after tomorrow, your lordship. I will also have the instruction, your lordship. And if they say that they don't want to pursue, then
Okay, right.
Is for difficulty, my senior is not available on that day.
No, only on instruction.
Madam, whether, you see, the issue is whether this case is infectious or not. That's the only issue. And I'm quite sure it's infectious because and I've not known of people taking kerosene oil for a long time now. They used to take, I mean, and they used to take around 2 years back, they were taking it, some of them. 2, 3 years back, they were taking. No, now no more.
Previous system has been changed, Your Lordship, by the
I'm-
That present situation because we are also not, earlier we used to get it, now for last 10.
Day after tomorrow, Your Lordship, I will have instruction.
I'll also take instruction.
Right, Mr. S. Thakur, learned counsel for the petitioner, and Ms. U. Das, learned counsel for the state government, shall obtain instructions as to whether the present writ petition has become infructuous, in as much as the petitioner's license for distributing kerosene oil had been cancelled in the year 2013. Instructions to the effect as to whether kerosene oil is still being distributed by Fair Price Shop should be obtained by the next day. This is the matter day after tomorrow. That is one. Now, madam, one thing,
Obliged.
that other case that you does, not that S.T. Som, T. Som,
Right.
all those. So their case is that they're they've got hardly any payments to make now. They're not defaulters anymore. And their settlement was made for how many years?
For 7 years.
By the DC.
DC, I don't know, my lord.
No, by the DC.
My lord, DC copy, my lord, I am not having one.
Can you just tell them to come to my office now, to my chamber? T. Som,
I try, I don't have, huh?
R.P. Sharma.
My lord, my lord.
R.P. Sharma can tell the T. Som. T. Som will be, Mr. R.P. Sharma will not have the paper with you. I just want to know two things.
Lordship,
One is I want to have that copy of the settlement order given by the DC.
lordship.
Number two is how much payment she still has to make.
My lord. My lord.
Because she had some document, she said.
At 9 lakhs something was, my lord, she was.
No, then thereafter she said that 2 lakhs only, and now she said that she's got some more new documents,
Lordship,
which shows that the amount is even lesser, I believe.
that, with all respect, my lord, whether that has been, my lord, filed, my lord, and copy, and whether it has.
No,
been
not
verified
filed.
by-
That's why she wanted time to file it. I didn't allow.
Whether it has been verified because this.
No, that at least will record her submission.
Submission, my
That's all. No, not finding on my part.
lordship.
Only those two.
Because,
One is the default, how much is left.
lordship.
Number two is the DC
Many years.
settlement.
Lordship.
On what date was it made? Where is it? I want to see.
Lordship.